Alright, I'm still doing maintenance on the 73 Ford Mark 1 FMX transmission. I want to show you guys this bushing that goes in the tail shaft of the tail housing of the transmission. This bushing comes with your rear main seal, rear transmission drive shaft seal. This bushing is like a copper coat or brass coat, and it goes right in the back of the shaft, housing. It's right here. This is the old one. So take 5 bolts, and this pulls off of the transmission, and this bushing, which this one's wore out, you see there's no brass. You can see where it's flaked off. What I did was I took some screwdrivers and kind of bent the edges of it down, kind of wedged them between the outer part of the housing. That way I can take a socket a little bit smaller than the bushing itself, and it knocks all the way through. It's the same diameter all the way through. Just be sure if you get any burrs or anything in here, you need to clean them off with some emery cloth or sandpaper so your new bushing can go in there. And this hole in the bushing, it's got to line up with that slot here. So let's just say the tail shaft is laying like this. That slot, that hole here, it's got to line up and be at the pointing towards the bottom slot. That is for the lube, your drive shaft, and the bearing. So you want to line that up, or if you don't, the transmission fluid can't get in there to lube the insides of this, and it'll burn it up, and then your drive shaft will have a lot of play. But this bushing rides on your drive shaft, the end of your yoke, and it just slides up on there. You put your transmission, your drive shaft in the transmission, it slides through that bushing. So, and, as you can see, I got it tore down here. I didn't see that. Looks like the gasket's still good though. That's your pump back here. So you want to just be careful with everything. You don't want to disturb too much stuff, because if you get any leaks, you're gonna have to re-gasket it. But looks like the gasket is still good, so we're not going to disturb that if I don't have to. Should just slide back on and bolt up. And of course, this is where your drive shaft rides on. So, and here's the new seal here with the dust cap. So anyway, I'm going to attempt to press this back in with my press. I'm going to get it started by hand, maybe with a piece of wood, and it's got to be flush. And then I'm going to attempt to take the press and press it the rest of the way in, and then I'll show you guys it all together. So just bear with me. Alright, so what I did was I started by hand, and then I took this piece of wood here, just regular old flat piece of wood, and I took the hammer and pecked it down in there, and I got it all the way as far as I could. And then I had this trailer ball that was the same diameter as it, just a little bit bigger, and I used it to knock it the rest of the way in there until it flushed out. So now it's in there, brand new. The holes lined up with the slot. Make sure your little cutouts of the bushing, they were in the front pointing out. So anyway, let me get it back installed on the training.